Welcome to an in-depth exploration of one of the most baffling and heartbreaking mysteries of the 21st century, the mysterious disappearance of Maura Murray. This video takes us back to February 2004, when 21-year-old nursing student Maura Murray disappeared without a trace after a car accident on a rural road in New Hampshire. Join us as we delve into the details of her disappearance, the investigation, and the theories that have emerged over the years. Imagine driving down a desolate road on a cold winter night, the snow gently falling around you. You come across an abandoned car, its front end damaged from a recent collision. The driver's seat is empty, and there are no signs of the person who was driving it. This is the scene that greeted passers-by and police officers on February 9, 2004, when Maura Murray vanished into thin air. What happened to Maura? Where did she go? These questions have haunted her family, friends, and investigators for nearly 2 decades. Our story begins with Maura Murray, a bright and ambitious young woman from Hanson, Massachusetts. Born on May 4, 1982, Maura was the 4th child of Fred and Lori Murray. She was known for her determination, intelligence, and athleticism. Maura excelled in academics and sports, particularly track and field. After graduating from high school, she attended the United States Military Academy at West Point for 2 years before transferring to the University of Massachusetts Amherst. There, she pursued a degree in nursing. In the weeks leading up to her disappearance, Maura's life seemed to be filled with stress and turmoil. On February 5, 2004, she had a conversation with her father, Fred Murray, about buying a new car. That evening, Maura borrowed her father's car to attend a party on campus. On her way back to the dorm, she crashed the car into a guardrail, causing significant damage. Distraught, Maura called her father, who assured her that they would handle the situation. They made plans to discuss the matter further over the weekend. On February 7th, Maura's father visited her at UMass Amherst, and they spent the day car shopping. They returned to his hotel room that evening to watch a movie and have dinner. Fred left the hotel around 10:30 p.m., and Maura borrowed his car once again to return to campus. The following day, Fred received a call from Maura, informing him that she had returned the car and would speak to him later. On February 9th, Maura's behavior became increasingly perplexing. She emailed her professors and work supervisors, informing them that she would be taking a week off due to a family emergency. However, no such emergency existed. Maura then packed her belongings, including clothes, toiletries, textbooks, and birth control pills, into her car. She also withdrew $280 from an ATM and purchased a variety of items, including alcohol and snacks. At around 3:30 p.m., Maura left the campus and began driving north. Her destination remains unknown, but her journey would take her to a remote area in Haverhill, New Hampshire. At approximately 7:30 p.m., Maura's car skidded off the road and collided with a snowbank on Route 112. The impact caused significant damage to the front end of the vehicle, rendering it inoperable. Shortly after the accident, a local resident, Butch Atwood, drove by and offered assistance. Atwood noticed that Maura appeared to be uninjured but shaken. She declined his offer to call the police, stating that she had already called AAA. However, there was no cell phone reception in the area, and Maura had not made any calls. Concerned, Atwood drove to his nearby home and called the police himself. When the police arrived at the scene around 7:46 p.m., Maura was nowhere to be found. Her car was locked, and her belongings, including her wallet and credit cards, were still inside. The only traces of Maura were a few footprints in the snow leading away from the car. Despite extensive searches of the surrounding area, there was no sign of Maura. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. The investigation into Maura's disappearance was led by the New Hampshire State Police and the Haverhill Police Department. In the days following her disappearance, search teams, including police officers, volunteers, and search dogs, combed the area for any clues. Helicopters and infrared technology were also used in the search. Despite these efforts, no significant evidence was found. As the investigation progressed, several theories emerged to explain Maura's disappearance. One theory suggested that Maura had run away voluntarily, possibly to escape the pressures and stresses in her life. This theory was supported by the fact that she had packed her belongings and withdrawn a significant amount of money before leaving. However, Maura's family and friends vehemently rejected this idea, insisting that she would never have abandoned her loved ones without a word. Another theory proposed that Maura had become disoriented and succumbed to the harsh winter conditions. The area where her car was found was remote and densely wooded, and it was possible that she had wandered into the wilderness and succumbed to hypothermia. However, extensive searches of the area yielded no evidence to support this theory. A more sinister theory suggested that Maura had been abducted or met with foul play. The remote location, the timing of her disappearance, and the lack of evidence pointed to the possibility that someone had taken her against her will. Investigators explored this theory extensively, interviewing local residents, reviewing surveillance footage, and following up on leads. Despite these efforts, no suspects were identified, and no concrete evidence of foul play was found. Over the years, Maura's disappearance has attracted the attention of amateur sleuths, online communities, and true crime enthusiasts. Numerous websites, forums, and social media groups have been dedicated to discussing and investigating her case. Some individuals have conducted their own searches of the area, uncovering potential clues and sharing their findings online. The case has also been the subject of several books, documentaries, and podcasts, each offering new insights and perspectives. One of the most prominent figures in the ongoing search for answers is Maura's father, Fred Murray. Fred has been relentless in his efforts to find his daughter, organizing searches, conducting interviews, and advocating for greater public awareness of the case. He has also been critical of the initial police investigation, believing that more could have been done in the crucial early days following Maura's disappearance. In 2017, the Oxygen Network released a 6-part documentary series titled The Disappearance of Maura Murray. The series, hosted by journalist Maggie Freeling, delved into the details of the case, exploring various theories and interviewing key figures, including Maura's family, friends, and law enforcement officials. The series brought renewed attention to the case and generated new leads and tips. Despite the passage of time, the search for Maura Murray continues. In recent years, advances in technology and forensic science have provided new tools and techniques for investigating cold cases. DNA analysis, digital forensics, and geospatial analysis have all been utilized in the ongoing search for answers. While these efforts have yet to yield a breakthrough, they offer hope that one day the mystery of Maura's disappearance may be solved. The disappearance of Maura Murray is a heartbreaking and perplexing case that has left a profound impact on those who knew her and on the broader true crime community. It is a story of a young woman with a bright future whose life was cut short by circumstances that remain shrouded in mystery. As we continue to search for answers, it is important to remember Maura as a daughter, a sister, and a friend, and to honor her memory by seeking justice and truth. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mysterious disappearance of Maura Murray. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more about other unsolved mysteries and true crime cases, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Together, we'll continue to explore the enigmas of our world, seeking the truth behind the legends and the stories that captivate our imaginations.